Hello and a very warm welcome to you all at 3D Bodytech. I am Rajesh Bhartiya, founder and CEO of Prototech Solutions. I am an aerospace, mechanical and computer science engineer, and since last 2 decades, I have helped design and develop numerous 3D applications spanning various domains such as design, manufacturing, agriculture, mining, architecture, etc. I am now the chief avatar at 3D MeasureUp. 3D MeasureUp is a technology platform for human body landmark identification and measurement extraction. We use a combination of computational, geometrical and machine learning techniques. Using these, we have achieved a very high fidelity in feature identification and a very high degree of accuracy in measurements. Amongst various other unique features, we also support full and partial bodies, different body types including obese bodies and people having medical conditions such as scoliosis. We also support scans taken in relaxed posture. Last year, I had said that COVID-19 has disrupted our lives. Today, I've got to admit that it might just have changed our lives forever. No, I'm not pessimistic kind at all. I know COVID-19 will go away, but what won't is a fear of another variant or a new one lurking around the corner. Pandemics don't last forever, but they leave a few indelible marks on our day-to-day behavior. Social distancing is going to be the one leftover of COVID-19 for quite a while. Our personal bubbles will only grow bigger. Of course, we will gather and celebrate, but our interactions at work, social places, tourist spots and shopping malls will always align to minimizing physical proximity. Contactless 3D body scanning and processing will be a core technology around which wide-ranging applications from fashion to fitness will be built. 3D MeasureUp is one such technology which befits the needs of our society today. It took us 5 years to build it, and our journey of developing such an advanced solution was full of challenges. Today, I'm going to discuss some of the major challenges we faced with the input scans, especially foot scans. I'll also discuss the approaches we took to overcome these problems. I'll showcase the impact of these problems on the accuracy and effectiveness of our solution on the same. Since we use machine learning in tandem with other algorithms, the challenge for us is to identify and isolate the cases where we might have missed out the landmarks or when we may not have gotten accurate measurements. To overcome this, we implemented some intuitive post-processing methods. Using these, we perform a quick high-level validation on our results to identify errors, and we weed out inaccurate outcomes. I'll also discuss these. For this discussion, I'll be using cases from our customer Forward Motion. Forward Motion, established in 2002, is an industry leader in manufacturing of custom ortheses. Before they signed up for 3D MeasureUp, they used to rely on manual efforts by orthotest and extract foot measurements. These highly trained technicians had to spend about 30 minutes for each foot. With 3D MeasureUp, they managed to reduce the time spent on extracting foot measurements from 30 minutes to 30 seconds, effectively reducing 98% of the time spent. Not just that, they also tremendously increased the accuracy of the measurements. Now let's dive deep and see how we managed to achieve this. The first challenge that I'm going to discuss with you today is related to input scans. Companies like Forward Motion, who need just the foot scans, tend to rely on handheld scanners, as these scanners are portable, cost-effective, and require minimum space and setup. But that also means we get scans in all sizes and shapes: single or both legs, separate legs, joint legs, or legs with torso. The lengths of scan vary as well: full length, knee length, or just ankle length. We have to apply different algorithms for these different cases. To make the process of measurement extraction effective and efficient, we ought to have a detailed idea of the type and extent of the scan. This information may not be directly used to calculate the measurement, but it helps us in reducing the amount of computation and also validation process. For this, we designed a preprocessor called Body Classifier, which uses deep learning techniques to identify the body type. We have trained an AI model to look at the mesh and classify it into categories such as full body or partial body, leg or hand, two legs or just a single leg. For single leg, we also identify if it is just the ankle or up to knee or full leg, etc. The classification information helps us with the alignment process, unit identification, and determine the proper algorithm for measurement extraction. Once we know what kind of part it is, we can correlate it with the mesh size and get an idea of the scale of the model. This further helps us in identifying relative landmarks such as 2 inch below knee, 1 inch above waist, etc. I'll discuss more on this later in my presentation. Once we classify the type, we focus on aligning it. Last year, I had discussed the problems of avatars which are not properly aligned to coordinate axes. We face the same problem with leg scans too. To reiterate, the most common problem is coordinate system mismatch, and the resolution is applying a simple transformation. The problem of automatic alignment gets trickier with leg scans though. On full body scans, we are able to identify the principal planes using some simple techniques and symmetry. But as I said earlier, with leg scans, we get all kinds of scans. We have to apply different algorithms for different cases. For foot alignment, we do not simply consider podium plane as horizontal, but we rather use skeletal structure to determine the axis. We identify toe and heel points and then further find out concentric axis of the foot. This becomes our horizontal. We also identify the ankle and create a vertical joining the centroid of two girths, which gives us another axis along the tibia. In all such cases, we first compute a perfect fit plane. A perfect fit plane is the one from which the mesh point deviation is the minimum. This typically is the median plane which vertically bisects the scan. This is our XY plane. We then find out the bounding box of the scan mesh and transform it to the origin. Finally, we take transverse slices of the scan and identify the direction of decreasing girth. This helps us in identifying the upper and lower side of the leg. What is being shown to you is an animated representation of the process. The automatic alignment tremendously improves the accuracy. Here's a clip demonstrating the change. The model on the left side is a raw foot scan which is not aligned perfectly. We extract the measurements on that. Now on the right side, we use our auto-align method, which I discussed earlier, to position the scan correctly and then extract the measurements. We can clearly see the difference in measurements. Let's check out some more detailed stats. We conducted a study on a sample set of about 15 scans of different sizes and shapes. I'm using ankle measurements on a sample set of 4 scan models for the simplicity of the illustration here. The green bar in the middle indicates the actual measurements taken. The red ones on the left are taken by our algorithms but without first aligning the scan. The blue ones are the same ankle measurement extracted after the scan is aligned. As you can see, the blue bars tend to match more closely with the green ones, and thus we can conclude that alignment helps us extract accurate measurements. The deviation from the manual measurement in some cases went down by almost 12%. Moving on to the next challenge. As I mentioned earlier, foot scans are commonly acquired using handheld scanners. These scanners require trained handling to get perfect scans. The raw foot scans coming out of such scanners typically have lots of issues, and one of the most common is that of the stray elements. Stray meshes skew the measurements, and can completely derail the algorithms. To identify stray meshes, we process the mesh data and isolate the disjoint point sets. We then keep only the point set with largest volume and discard the others. We also rely on some sophisticated mesh processing libraries to optimize the performance. We tested the effect of our stray mesh removal process on the success rate. When we don't perform the cleanup pre-process on the mesh, almost for 80% of the times we got a wrong result or couldn't even compute the girth. The success rate improved by almost 4.5 times on clean meshes. Similar behavior is observed on various other measurements. When we measure on the clean meshes represented by blue bars in this graph, we get much closer to the actual measurements represented by green bars. The red bars, which show the measurement of an unprocessed raw scan, deviates quite far away from the actual measurements. The other common problems with input scans are holes and self-intersections. Many scans also have the scan of platform attached to the base. A good handheld scanner will typically take care of these issues. At 3D MeasureUp, we rely on a number of internally developed mesh processing algorithms and libraries to clean and repair the scans. When we started working on leg measurements a couple of years back, our algorithms were based on the ideal human models in ideal postures. It didn't take us long to see them fail as soon as we put them to the test with some real-world test cases. The ideal condition of legs being vertically straight, parallel, symmetrical is simply not the norm. They were not the typical letter H shape, but we found them in all sorts of shapes: letter A, letter V, Y, X. The legs of obese body type scans are not necessarily vertical and straight. The lower leg axis can be different from axis of the thigh. Then there are bow-shaped legs, typically due to medical conditions caused by vitamin deficiencies. In all such cases, girths along the horizontal ground plane turned out to be larger. What was really needed by the clients was a girth measured along the plane perpendicular to the skeletal bone axis of the leg. The length of the leg also was needed to be along the same skeletal line. The way we tackled this is by segmenting the scan into regions such as head, hands, torso, hip to knee, knee to ankle, and the foot. Each region has a key landmark that set the bounds of the region. We find the horizontal centroid of the girth at level of these landmarks. The line connecting the girth centroid gives us the skeletal line and thus the axis representing the normal for our girth plane. We analyze 150 foot scans. It is found that the difference in girths when measured along the horizontal to the ground and measured along the plane, which is aligned to skeleton, can be up to 6 to 7%. The graph demonstrates the deviation for a small subset. It is indeed up to the user and their use case on whether they need the girth planes to be horizontal or aligned to skeletal axis. For example, we think for design of high boots, horizontal girths may be preferred, whereas for compression socks and prosthetics, aligned to skeleton may be more appropriate. We provide them both in 3D MeasureUp. Identifying measurement units of the input scan has been one of the challenges that we dealt with. I have tried to illustrate the problem of scale by these representative pictures using AR. On extreme left, the foot is seen towering over the chair, while the right one, the chair is taller than the entire avatar. Knowledge of the unit of the scan helps us in applying thumb rules. Only when we know the unit, we can measure at a relative to other landmarks, such as 2 inch below the knee. But as you know, The .obj and .stl files do not have units in them, and it's just raw points data. It could be millimeters or inches or feet or anything else. The solution to this is relatively simple. Once we classify the part and auto-align the model, we compute the bounding box, and based on the range of values that the scan fits in, we zero in on possible units of measurement. This surprisingly simple technique works out pretty well in most of the cases. Now let's look at some interesting post processes that we use. Identifying body landmarks is not a perfect science. It not only includes anthropology, metrology and geometry, but also involves geography, demography and linguistics. The definition of quite a few measurements vary not just across the standards but also across the countries and even companies. There are tons of other factors as well that can impact the outcome. External factors such as quality of scans and internal factors such as failure of an algorithm. With 2 centuries of staff years of experience with developing this solution and talking to a number of people all over the globe, we have realized that we may still miss a certain landmark or measurement. While the pursuit for the perfection is never ending, what we can always do is identify and isolate the cases where things might have gone wrong. We block the suspicious outcome and alert the user. We may not be able to extract the measurements all the time, but we got to know when we haven't done that and weed out the bad apples. In 3D MeasureUp, we have incorporated a validation system to verify most of our measurements. This is like go, no-go test for mechanical parts. For example, foot length should be greater than foot width, or calf girth should be greater than minimum leg girth, or hip girth measurement should be greater than the thigh girth. These are computationally extremely inexpensive but help us quickly gauge check our outcome. If any of these check fails, a red flag is raised, and then we either take a closer look and validate it further or eliminate them altogether and return an error. There are quite a few such handy empirical checks that can be added, not just for girths but also for landmarks, like calf has to lie between knee and ankle, and waist always between chest and hip. This has helped us block out erroneous measurements when we are given badly mangled scans. This has improved the reliability of 3D MeasureUp a lot. We also do a quick checking on geometry of girth profile. A quick check for start and end points tell us if the girth is open loop or multiple loops or has a nice and clean single closed loop. Gaps in input scan can cause open loop geometry, while self-intersecting scan surfaces tend to give girth profile which has multiple loops. We wanted to do more, so we extended our output information to also return the geometry profile of the measurements. Some of our customers use this information to overlay the girth profile on top of 3D avatar they have in their own application. The biggest challenge we faced here was when we found out that the geometries were not showing up in the right position. We found out that this was because we transformed the avatar during the auto alignment process. To fix it, we now transform the points back to the coordinate system in which the original scan coordinate system is. We decided to add export to 3D HTML file. It is a standalone WebGL file easily viewed in any browser without needing any internet connection. Our customers are loving it. It looks great and provides an instant visual validation by the user. It has helped in improving the productivity of the masters, designers, orthotists, and everybody else using our software. At 3D MeasureUp, we have faced many such interesting challenges and we have solved them using intuitive and latest techniques. So what is 3D MeasureUp again? We are a perfect body and limb measurement platform. We do automatic landmark identification and extract about 200 measurements from 3D body scans. We can do complex girth measurements, not just along horizontal plane, but also planes normal to skeletal axis. Users can further measure vernier caliper distances on the girth or measure length of girth sections. We support custom landmarks and measurements as well. 3D MeasureUp technology can be leveraged by you in 3 different ways. As an end user, one can use our web application, which runs on any platform or device in a browser. This is ideal for retail users and designers. As an OEM app, you can quickly create your own branded web application deriving from ours. Any web developer should be able to create one in matter of days. This is ideal for 3D scanning companies to offer their own branded measurement app with their hardware. Finally, for advanced users, we have APIs which can be called from your application or web service. These REST APIs are very simple and easy to integrate. These are useful for companies who want to add value to their existing applications by incorporating body measurements feature. Our pricing model for all offerings are fair and usage based. We do not have any enormous setup cost. We are one of the most affordable solutions in the market today. And we take confidentiality very seriously. We use the data only and only for measurement extraction. We do not use our customer data to train our machine learning algorithms. Here's a quick video of how easy it is to incorporate 3D MeasureUp in your workflow. As 3D digital technology penetrates deeper into our daily lives, the demand on its usability in the hands of end users is increasing as well. We at 3D MeasureUp are leaving no stone unturned to achieve this. The journey is challenging but exciting, and at each step, we are encouraged to see a trail of positive impact that we are leaving behind. To know more about this exciting technology, please visit us at 3dmeasureup.com. Thank you very much.